So on to this game. We stood up here 3 years ago when Joe and Wiggs were freshmen, and it was one of the worst 20-minute scrimmages ever. I know you say you don't really watch a whole lot of it or care, but
I won't watch any of it. It'll be terrible tonight. I just hope you guys make some shots. See, Billy can't even remember which end of the goal court he's on right now. But I do like our guys, and we've got a long ways to go to being a good team. That's good, Spee. Spee showed off his athletic ability right off the bat.
Here's Malik Newman, could be the Big 12 Newcomer of the Year. Yeah. Tell us what you love about his game.
Yeah, that's a, you know, a lot of people think things like that. We don't, and he shouldn't look at it like that. What he should look at it is he wants to help our team win, and that bad shot. So far, three crappy possessions. So and then a bad foul in the full court. So well, that was double bad by Mitch.
Well, about 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, we had a great experience in Italy. 10 practices before we left, and then had 4 really good games. Now, granted, the competition wasn't great, but what are your takeaways from our games in Rome and Milan? Is Marcus good?
I thought the competition was obviously not very good, but we may have gotten better through practice and stuff. But you know, it was okay. So we've had like 5 possessions, and the ball hadn't got inside the 3-point line yet.
Devontae Graham on the right wing with a basketball here. Mitch Lightfoot a chance at a 3.
So what part of the game plan will be spotting up Mitch Lightfoot from beyond the arc?
Oh, well, this is bad. Oh, geez. There won't be much spotting up. Although Mitch can shoot the ball, but
there's LeGerald Vick. He had an outstanding summer. Where have you seen him develop?
I think LeGerald has been the best player that we've had in camp so far since the end of last year. You know, obviously he probably doesn't get near the attention, and probably shouldn't get the attention that Devontae gets, or maybe even Speed, because he hasn't played as much yet. But I think all our guys would tell you that LeGerald has been very, very impressive so far.
Offensive rebound for Lightfoot. Udoka has it pilfered away by Dedrick Lawson. A chance to talk about the Lawson brothers who transfer from Memphis. Give us a word about each, if you will.
Well, KJ's a junkyard dog. That's what he does, and Dedrick is a rebounder slash scorer. I mean, he can do that. You know, although obviously it doesn't look very good right now, but he can play. But I do think the year off will do them both some good.
Well, as we talk about our personnel, I mean, it's similar to last year in the respect that you got 4 really good guards, and you got to have somebody replace Josh.
Malik's got to make one. He can't make one.
Everybody came out to see Malik just light it up like he did in Italy, but
I think he last year late night he lit it up too.
There's Doak. And that's what he can do. Hang out around the rim.
Yeah, he can do that.
Not super polished outside of 7-8 feet, but that body of his is going to cause a lot of problems for the Big 12.
Yeah. Well, it should, and he got to get where he makes some free throws. But I love his explosiveness and his talent. But he's raw still. He's got a long ways to go, but he's big. Can't teach that.
So last year, you obviously had to run a lot of 4-around-1 simply because of injuries and whatnot, and Josh was so dynamic. How do you see this team with those 4 guards, limited bigs to a degree with Doak, Billy Preston, and Mitch Lightfoot?
Yeah, we are limited bigs, so we'll play big 70% of the time, I would think, and because those will be our best players, our best lineup. I don't know that last year we had such a good guard rebounding the ball for us, and Josh, I don't know that we would have that if we go small, but we'll go small probably 25-30% of the time. I don't know that we've made more than 1 pass any possession. That's actually pretty good right there.
And here's a look at Charlie Moore, the Cal transfer. Give us Charlie Moore 101. What can he do?
He can shoot.
Right on cue.
Yeah, he's a scorer. That's what he is. He's little, so a lot of people think he's a point guard. And I'm not saying he can't play some point, but his tendency is to go get a basket.
How about the makeup of the Big 12? As you know, we talk about our non-con, we got some big-time matchups, but as we, look at Toke showing a little athleticism.
Well, I think he walked twice before he dunked.
Well, but I don't think that's even illegal anymore.
Yeah, not in late night.
Right. But talk about the Big 12. Talk about our non-con, and then take us into the Big 12.
Well, I think our non-conference schedule is tough. I mean, anytime you got A&M, who'll be a top 15 team, Kentucky, obviously, Syracuse, obviously, will be terrific, and you go to California to play Stanford and Arizona State and at Nebraska. That right there in itself is a pretty good schedule. And then you play 18 tough league games. But it'll be one of the better schedules in our league. There's no question about that.
Well, you look at TCU finished so strong last year.
TCU may be the team to beat in our league. I mean, with the experience they return, and West Virginia, and obviously, I think Oklahoma's going to be a lot better. Iowa State lost a lot, but they'll be good. He does such a good job. See, that's too many moves. He just needs to catch it and go. That's what we, you know, those are some wasted motion there. So but he'll get better at that.
Take us through the next 30, 35 days before we really get geared up. What will the team be doing? How many days on? How many days off? How does it work?
Well, we can only practice 30 days beginning yesterday. So today, unfortunately, counts as one. We practiced this morning, but today counts as one. We didn't practice yesterday. We'll take Sunday off and Monday off. And so that means we would have got 3 of the 12 days we have to take off out of the way, and then we're going to start practicing on Tuesday.
Here's a look at Sam Cunliffe, the transfer from Arizona State. He'll join you at semester.
He'll make that. Nope, not even close.
One guy we really haven't talked about yet was Billy Preston. Didn't have a great tour of Italy. There's Steve with the drive to the cup, much like that.
But Billy's got talent, though.
Billy, you talked about it after boot camp that he impressed you. He stepped up, and that's a mentally draining. It's obviously physically draining, but a very mentally draining deal too. And he kind of came out of that with a really good effort, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a great boot camp. I was look at Doak here.
Is that Jacques Vaughn out there? Well, maybe not.
Pick it up, Doak.
And that's really where you want Mitch to be underneath.
Yeah. Mitch was. Although Mitch is a pretty good shooter. But see, like Billy playing out here, this is good enough to get us beat right here. That's bad ball. Bad ball.
There's that athleticism, though. What are the biggest keys to harnessing that and having him play at his optimal potential?
Oh, no, he won't play that way in practice or a game. But he's got to rebound the ball. In order to rebound the ball, you got to get close to the basket. And, you know, he obviously just playing way too far away today. But he is a talented kid.
You know, a lot of
he's had a good fall.
A lot of kids like that are able to get through high school and AAU because of their athleticism, kind of bully ball. How do you get a guy like Billy Preston to learn how to play the basket, how to play the paint, how to do the little things? What's your strategy?
Well, the strategy is, see, let's look at him right here. He can do that, but the strategy is to put him in position where he catches it in the right places, probably. So
basically, dumb it down a little bit.
No, I don't know about that, but our bigs need to be interchangeable, and he's certainly. You know, he's always played like a guard. He's so skilled, but the bottom line is we're not going to be very good if he can't get close to the basket. And, you know, Doak can't get every rebound. So, and we're not big enough to really defend.
Sam Cunliffe, I started to ask you about him. You won't get him until mid-December, but where have you seen him improve over the last year?
Well, he's a great athlete. That's what Sam is. He's a great athlete. Devontae's on fire. But Sam's got a lot to learn playing the ball and understanding how to play and what wins. But he's a terrific athlete.
Well, when you introduced a lot of the guys that came back, NBA guys, how cool is it that on their month off that they decide to come back to late night? Ben McLemore, Wayne Selden.
Yeah, they have tomorrow off. That's what they told me. Of course, it's Wayne's birthday, so he probably wanted to do something. But I didn't know Rio was here. Nobody said Rio was here, so I was really pleased that he was.
Who would you have picked to shoot a half-court shot?
I would have picked Richard. If you're not available,
That's a good point.
If you're not available.
You've seen me shoot from out there.
Well, no, I really haven't. I've heard about you. Tell me how good you shot it from out there. But
well,
but if
they're all true.
They're all true. Brennan's the money play though.
Your son is pretty good too. Granted, he's not here tonight.
He practiced a lot at it.
Yeah.
So you got, that's good, but that's 6'10" shooting threes.
And
don't get a lot of offensive rebounds when you do that.
What's your how do you look at a guy like Billy Preston shooting a three? I mean, obviously he doesn't have the bright green light, but you don't mind him stepping out.
No, he's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine tonight.
I know, not. But
yeah.
Once we get into season,
yeah, I think he'll shoot a couple of games. Yeah, he'll shoot a couple of games. I don't know that we have a great shooting team. Last year it was a great shooting team, but you lose Frank, who shoots 47 from three and took a lot of them. That's a lot. But I still don't think Speed shot it like he's capable of, and Malik can really shoot the ball. So you've got, with Devontae and Malik and Speed, you got three guys that can stretch it pretty good. And I think LeGerald's become a good shooter as well. So we'll shoot a lot of them, probably more than we ever have. Back cut, that's pretty good.
Give us an update on Josh. He gets drafted by the Phoenix Suns and wowed a lot of people in the summer league. What do you foresee his NBA?
Oh, I think he'll be terrific. I think he'll be one of those guys with one of the top 2 or 3 guys with a chance to win Rookie of the Year, in large part because his team's not terrific, so he'll get a lot of minutes and opportunities. But I think that he'll have a great rookie season. I know they're very pleased with him.
I know,
very pleased.
Kind of like a parent, you don't want to pick favorites, but I can. I thought in my time around Josh and the effort that he put out there and what he just did whatever it took to win, he's got to be one of your all-time favorites.
He is. He's probably the most prepared, coachable kid, and more prepared to help a college team win his freshman year than anybody I've ever been around. He's a terrific talent, but the other thing is he was a great student of the game.
Oh, he really was. We'd watch There's Doak with the throwdown, but yeah, he did little things that I noticed, and obviously you notice as well, that sophomores don't do, juniors don't do.
Yeah, no, you're right. He was very good. They got Doak on a lob. Oh, Doak, catch the ball. That was a great pass by Clay. That could have gone down to Clay's highlight.
You brought it up earlier about free throw shooting with Doak. What do you do over the next 30, 40 days to
I don't know that we do much. I think we've done a lot since he was able to start shooting the ball after his wrist injury. I mean, he's shot a ton of them. And it's gotten a lot better. His shot has gotten a ton better. But the reality is, the way you shoot it now, and it's a big difference in shooting it now than shooting it with pressure on, as you know.
Obviously, he missed half of his freshman year because of the wrist injury. Has he made the most of the summer months once he's been cleared to get back out there?
I think so. Yeah. He's been good. Yeah, he's been good.
Well, Coach, we're being told to let you head back down to your team and join Lil Yachty on the bench there.
Yeah, that's.
He's your guest coach tonight.
Yeah,
he likes to talk about ice. Did you coach him up on the diamond and one?
He really looks like he's real interested. Look at him.
Yeah, I think he's paying attention. I thought he was. I'll be honest. I thought he was great, though.
I didn't know what to expect, but I thought he was a great entertainer.
Yeah, I did too. And I don't know about you, but 3 of the 4 songs he played is on my playlist. What about you? Yeah.
Oh, really? I've never noticed that.
Yeah, without question. So, all right, guys.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Always great to see you. Hall of Fame head coach Bill Self as the scrimmage continues here from Allen Fieldhouse. A lob, and Gerald Vick having himself a dunk party. The bulk of the highlights tonight coming from Vick on this end of the floor. Devontae Graham spotting up from deep. Wow. Halfway to Eudora on that 3-ball. And the Blue Squad in front right now, 33-31 with 6 minutes to go. It'll be Preston with a 3-point answer. Coach Self saying that Preston might shoot a couple of threes per game this year. Devontae thinking about another 3, steps back. In and out, no good. Similar spot to where he lit up West Virginia in the midst of that huge comeback last February. That's on Mikhailuk on the strip of Preston. Chris Tehan checking in. Of course, he's the younger brother of Connor Tehan. He had a couple of big moments in Italy. Former dual sports star at KC Rockhurst. He was a football standout, all league, and of course a basketball standout as well. And clearly his older brother, Greg, Connor Tehan, went on to have a great career, play a very important role on a not very deep team in 2012. What can Chris grow into?
Well, Chris is a very good shooter, and I actually think he's a little better athlete than Connor. You know, I've watched him a lot in the practice gym, shoot the ball. He's got a great looking jump shot. I mean, obviously he's got a long way to go just climbing the charge to get on the court. But what he's going to bring for at least the next 3 years is a really good practice player that is going to, you know, it's funny, you go to practice and watch him now. He's got to guard Doak every once in a while. We just don't have depth at the big man spot. You got Chris Tehan and Clay Young guarding Doak. So you're going to, just simply by your size, you're going to walk in to some Udoka elbows. Ooh.
Billy Preston going for the highlight reel follow slam. Looks to be okay, helping himself to the feet there of Billy Preston. You mentioned that Preston was a standout in boot camp after some pre-Italy practices where he was still kind of finding his way. That's obviously a great sign for a consensus top 20 recruit, 5-star guy that Kansas will lean a lot on in the season ahead.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, you know, when we were in Italy, he wasn't bad, but you, as a McDonald's All-American, you expect this, you know, against the competition we played, and he was okay. He was fine. Sure. It wasn't great, it wasn't horrible, but then he came back and in a much different environment, which is, you know, running and doing drills without a basketball. Said he really shined, and I talked to other coaches said the same thing. So it's a small step, but it's definitely something.
It's a lob to Mitch Lightfoot. Sam Cunliffe on the delivery, Lightfoot on the finish. Mitch has put on about 12 pounds of good weight. What are your expectations for Lightfoot this year?
Well, he's going to be an important part of this team because, you know, there's LeGerald with a step back 25-footer, but Mitch is going to play a big role in this team simply because of numbers. If we had 4 or 5 big guys, he probably wouldn't see the court a ton. But hey, you got Doak, and you got Billy Preston, and then you got Mitch Lightfoot, and so he's going to play some minutes. He's got obviously improve his free throw shooting. He got sped up a lot last year. I thought he just got in the game, and it happens. Hey, I did it. Everybody did. You get in the game, you're excited, and you just kind of try to do everything at once. He needs to slow down a little bit, because he is a very good athlete. He thinks he's a good shooter. I guess I'm sure you could catch the hint of sarcasm in my voice, which I love Mitch, and I know he can shoot it, but I want to see guys operate in the paint. And then when things go well, then you step out. It's called, you know, just playing to your strengths. So Mitch is going to be an important part of this team, and he just has to come in there. And look at that great move by Speed. I mean, that's what he does, that kind of Euro move right there. He went all the way to the left side. That's a tough shot that he made look easy.
Speed told us while we were in Italy that he lost 25 pounds between the end of last season and the preseason. How much of that will he put back on as he returns to work with Andrea Hudig?
I think what he did is he forgot a step in there. I think he put on some weight and then he lost it. Because to me, he kind of looks the same. He might be down a little bit, but we noticed his athleticism in Italy was a little better. And you know, bottom line for Speed, though, is with this team, with Devontae and Malik dribble driving and everybody drawn to them, Speed's going to get a ton of open looks. And he's got to do a better job of knocking those shots out. I'm not saying by any means he didn't have good years, but he's going to get a lot of open looks. It's a pick your poison type of team if you're the opponent of Kansas. Who you try to shut down, and once you do, who are the guys that are going to step up when the Malik and LeGerald and Devontae get doubled?
A second ago, we saw Marlins man talking to the birthday boy Wayne Selden. All kinds of celebrities in the house tonight.
Yeah, Marlins man, he called the other night. He wanted to go to the K-State game today. Come experience late night in the fog. I think he's going to Sporting tomorrow. He's kind of all over the place. And look at him taking selfies down there with the birthday boy.
There he is. A lot of celebrities in the house. How would you rank him? We got Lil Yachty, got the Hall of Fame head coach, Marlins man, Super Mario Chalmers.
Wow.
Jeff Geldner made an appearance.
Jeff Geldner. I'd probably go with Geldner.
Then Self, then Lil Yachty.
My kids are here. My kids who normally don't come to late night, but once I said, hey, Lil Yachty's coming, they're like, can we go?
They had dance moves to every song.
We videoed a little bit. It was kind of fun to watch.
Was it disturbing that they knew every lyric to every song?
Well, I'm in the car with them so much, and I listen to what they listen to, and I just kind of, I'm either a horrible parent or I just kind of let it happen. But all that being said, I just, Amy and I just kind of listen and move on. But they had a good time. That's all that matters.
And he's a great entertainer. He had this joint jumping, that's for sure. Pretty special moment when he had everybody turn on their cell phones and then wave from side to side, lighting up Allen Fieldhouse. Can Dedrick Lawson light up the Fieldhouse? He misses on a 3-ball. We've got 35 seconds to go. The Blue Squad leading by 3.
That was a big miss. Now they're going to play a little kill the clock, but a terrible turnover by Sam. Where's the and one?
But they can't finish in transition. 20 seconds to go. The Blue Squad can ice it with a dagger from Mikhailuk, and he got it. Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. That should slam the door on this Blue versus Crimson Squad scrimmage. There's a 3-point answer by Vic with 9 seconds to go. 3-point ball game. Devontae thought he was going to get a whistle on a foul. He did
get tied up.
They can still tie it from Newman to beat the buzzer. He does. Malik Newman ties this game at 45 all, and that is how it will end.
Just like the legends of the Fog, what was it, 5 years ago? The last time a game ended in a tie here was when Mario Chalmers and Paul Pierce traded threes. So, cool deal. 45 to 45, not exactly the same thing, but great night, great entertainment, great crowd, one of the best crowds I've seen at late night at an early stage. Now, it shows you a little bit about the attention span of some of our students. This place cleared out once the team took the floor, but they all showed up, and that's what it's all about, a fun night all around.
Halloween night marks the exhibition opener. What needs to transpire between now and then to get this team heading out of those opening gates with a full head of steam?
It's going to be chemistry. I mean, how do you all play together? We have veterans, we have young guys, we got a couple bigs. We just got to figure out chemistry, and that's what you do in these early stages.
All right, there you have it from inside Allen Fieldhouse. Let's send it back to Rachel in the Booth Hall of Athletics.
Guys, thank you. All right, Jeff, our first glimpse of the 2017-2018 Kansas Jayhawks. Do you think this team has the makeup to be a team that makes it into the Final Four?
Absolutely, but Bill Self mentioned it. You've got to have the brace. Yeah, you've got to have talent. They've got to have guys that assume the roles and do what they're supposed to do. And then you've got to get a little bit lucky in March. In the last couple of years, they have not gotten lucky. Definitely, there's enough talent here. Veteran leadership, athleticism, and size. There's a little bit of everything on this team.
All right, it'll be a fun season to find out what these Kansas Jayhawks can do here in 2017-2018. That'll do it for the 33rd annual Late Night in the Fog. Lil Yachty entertaining the crowd, and the Jayhawks putting on a show with a tie. Everyone wins in a tie in a scrimmage. For Jeff Geldner, Brian Haney, Greg Gurley, and our entire crew, thanks so much for joining us on this Late Night in the Fog.
Are you ready to go for a ride?